morning or good evening whenever you guys are watching this. I am so excited to be filming another repurchase or trash. I told you guys back in March that I was going to wait until the end of April to review all the products that I have been currently testing out over the last month. Now, if you guys recently saw, I just did a new video where I was testing some more makeup that I got during the Sephora sale. You guys will see those review at the end of May. So I'm just going to quickly fill in my brows. This is going to be the Morphe Nano Brow, or the micro brow pencil. I absolutely love this little micro brow pencil. It does a great job of just filling in all the sparse hair and just making my eyebrows look just a little bit better than what they do naturally. So for me, this is a definite repurchase. Okay, so for the eyes, I do have two little eye products to talk about before we actually go into an actual eye look, because I actually kind of want to play with the new palette, but that's beside the point. We're just going to play with the new palette today, but I do want to talk about this this monochromatic hard candy palette. Honestly, it's not bad for what it is. I think it's like retails for like $4. Would I repurchase this? No, I would not, because it's not my favorite type of formula, but I wouldn't trash it. It does get the job done. This is one of those palettes really easy to travel with. You can get a look done with this. Is it the most wowing look, most wowing formula? No, but it does work. So for me, this would not be a repurchase, but I would not trash it. However, I do like this Wet n Wild Chameleon shade. Now, I will say it is very hard pan. Like, I have to pretty much dig in here to get any sort of pigmentation. But I will say when it comes to actually playing with the shadow, when it comes to the actual shadow formula, it works. It absolutely works. It's very long lasting. I didn't notice it cracking or flaking or anything like that. It worked really beautifully. So I would generally repurchase this. Is it my favorite formula? No, it's too hard for me, but it works really beautiful. So for me, this Wet n Wild Chameleon shade, I would absolutely repurchase. Now for the eyes, I am going to actually go in with the What's Up Beauty. This is going to be the Skyfire palette. First off, the outside packaging is so beautiful. And I recently told you guys in a video that I was working with a brand. It's not What's Up Beauty, by the way. I think some of you guys thought it was them, to do my own sort of palette. And this was like kind of like a similar concept. So it's actually kind of funny to kind of see this on here, but that doesn't mean we're copying each other. It just means we have the same idea. But the color story on the inside is very different. So let me tell you guys what this palette's all about. Skyfire eyeshadow palette is designed to stop you in your tracks. A breathtaking aurora borealis scene stretches across the cover with vivid greens, violets, and pinks sweeping over a silhouette and mirrored in the still water below. Matte pine trees and holographic foils northern lights in the sky with their reflection in the water below, bringing the scene to life, shifting colors as it catches your eye. Now this retails for $49, and it's going to be launching on April 24th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't have a code with the brand, but I do, I think, have an affiliate link. So if you guys do want to check out this brand, it will be listed down below. I will say the color story in this is absolutely beautiful, so I'm really excited to play with this today. I know we're doing a repurchase or trash, but I just really want to play with this eyeshadow palette, and I don't really have any other time this week to do this because I'm doing a chatty get ready with me after this. I'm also filming a new Nomad look with this, and I think you guys are also seeing a PR haul, and you're seeing a Sephora try-on haul. So like, I'm filming so much this week that like I barely have the time. And mind you, I'm filming within 2 days. So you guys ask how I get all this done. I will spend 2 days of just nonstop filming, try to get as much content done as I can from my besties. So we're gonna go into the shade right here called Horizon, and we're gonna put this in the outer V. I feel like you guys are going to see this look kind of similar to other ones. It's just because I'm kind of limited on how many matte shades I can do, given the fact that there aren't that many different matte shades in this palette. They're kind of all purple or black. So I can only do so much in terms of like a color story, but I am really excited to still play with this. So I really do enjoy What's Up Beauty. The brand is absolutely so sweet, and I've really loved their palettes. My favorite one, I don't remember what it's called, but it's the one that has the dragon on the front, because I remember I tried to recreate that color, recreate that dragon in the front, and I really love the color that I came up with. It was so pretty. And I was doing the review of it right when Fourth Wing, and I was reading Fourth Wing, so I was just like, this is the perfect time for this. Also, if you guys would like me to bring back like the 3 looks, 3 palettes, please let me know, because I really do like it during that series. If you guys like watching it, please let me know in the comments below, because I could happily bring that back for you guys. Okay, right on top of that, I'm going to take this shade right here called Haze to blend right on top of that. Messy, but you guys already know to trust the process. So right next to that shade, we're going to go into the shade right here called Galaxy. Look at how pretty this shade is. Like, I don't know if I can use their mirror. No. Look how pretty this shade is. So gorgeous. So we're going to take that and we're going to put that actually right here, because I figured it would take more of like a purple hue on than a blue. We're going to tap this in right here. Such a gorgeous shade. Then right next to that shade, we're going to go into here called Borealis. It's another beautiful shifting shade. I think this will take hopefully more of like a blue light on. We'll see. Has a little bit of a green undertone, but I'm really excited. We're going to put that right here. And then right next to that shade, I do want to go into this blue shade called Aurora. Right here. So pretty. So pretty. We're going to put that right here. I don't know if it's coming off on camera, but hopefully you guys can see. In person, I can see the Aurora Borealis. I can see it go from purple to blue to green, kind of like how the actual Aurora Borealis is. Don't know how well it's translating on camera, but in person, it's really pretty. So let me go ahead and do the other eye coming off the camera, and then we're going to do the full face of products, whether or not I would repurchase them or trash them. Okay, so now that the eyes are on, I realized I didn't put my earrings in today. That is going to be okay. I will say the eyes are really beautiful. So now we're going to move into the actual products and whether or not I repurchase or trash them. So I have 3 different primers to talk about. The first one's going to be from Alani. This is going to be the Conceal and Perfect Blur Out Smoothing Primer. I have tried this several times now, and I just find that I don't like this primer. It reminds me so much of the Benefit Professional Blurring Primer. And for me, that primer just, I don't want to say it was a joke, but like low key it was. It doesn't do anything to blur the pores. If anything, it just makes it so like my face is smooth, but my makeup doesn't want to grip onto it, doesn't last. And I kind of find that to be the same thing with this right here. So for me, this would be an absolute trash. The next primer is the Sweat On Lock Primer from Hard Candy. This is a super matte skin primer. Y'all, I don't know what it is about this primer, but it leaves a white cast on the face and it causes my makeup to peel. And I have worked with primers like One Size, where the One Size Secure the Sweat did the exact same thing, but that was more like a snot texture is the best way to put it, like a snot texture. And if you let it dry down for 5 minutes, it doesn't, flake or peel and your makeup can last on top of it. This, even though I let it dry down for 5 minutes, it still did not work. Still did not work. Left a really weird white cast, and no matter what foundation I put this under, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. So again, I would trash this one. But the one that kind of caught my eye a little bit, and the one we're going to use today, is actually from Hard Candy. This is the Glow Unlock Primer right here. I typically do not like glow primers. I don't. I'm not the biggest fan of glow primers because I do get really oily. However, I find that this primer not only does give you a little bit of radiance to the skin, but it's really smoothing. Like, it's incredibly smoothing, and it does help to make your makeup glide right on, which I find that to be really nice. Now, while this is not meant for oily skin, and I know I'm going to get oil wearing this, I do like the fact that I could just wear this by itself if I want to have a little bit more of like a glow radiance to my face, or if I want to like do my 5-minute no makeup routine where I want to have like a glowy base. This is something I can find myself putting underneath my Merit Skin Tint. I can use these two together to get it to work. So surprisingly enough, I actually would repurchase the Glow primer from Hard Candy. And who would have thought that I ever would say that? Who would have thought that I would say that? Because this is a primer that typically would not work for me. So I would repurchase this. When it comes to foundation, I believe the only new foundation that I tried this past month or so is actually from Nude by Nature. Now, Nude by Nature is surprisingly taking off over on TikTok because there's a content creator called Mina Poole. She has like 6 million followers. She recently showed off this bronzing powder from Nude by Nature. So everybody's going to Walmart right now and checking out the brand. And I've seen a lot of people saying, oh my God, I love this foundation. Besties. I've tried this foundation quite a few times and I don't get it. I don't know how to make this fucker work for me. It sucks. I love the component. I love that it's a twist up. It looks and feels so luxurious, right? Like, it looks like this is going to be a really nice, wonderful, wonderful foundation. But for some reason, it's not. I've tried using it with my Morphe spatula sponge, with my, my Paw Paw sponge right here. And no matter what I do, this foundation just wants to lift. One, it has a really weird, like, smell to it. Like, I don't want to say like a chemical smell, but it has a weird smell. It's not a pleasant smell. It smells like kind of like old makeup, kind of like that, right? So that's the kind of smell that I'm getting. 2, it just, no matter what I do, see, it just lifts. It doesn't want to stick. And it just looks really patchy. Now, I can get it to somewhat work whenever I go in with a setting powder. I can get this to work, but this foundation, it's just going to be a no for me. And I saw a lot of people in my comment section saying, oh, I like this foundation, or oh, I don't. This was a really, really, like, not a controversial topic in my channel, but like not a controversial topic in my comment section, but kind of, because a lot of people were saying, a lot of people were really 50-50. Some people really love this foundation, other people didn't, and that's the beauty of makeup. That's the beauty of makeup. We all have different opinions, and just because something works for me doesn't mean it's going to work for you, and vice versa. My biggest thing is I love that people were able to have that healthy discussion in my comment section. No one was disrespectful. People were very kind, just being like, oh, I don't really like that, doesn't work, and this is why. And I love seeing that. I love seeing different opinions. As long as everyone's really respectful about people's opinions, that's all I care about. It's just being respectful of others' opinions, and just know that some will work for you and some will not, and that's completely okay. So for me, I really wanted to try this line and enjoy it, but like, this foundation sucks ass. I cannot describe it other than it sucks, and I will definitely be trashing this foundation, because no matter what I do, I cannot get it to work for me. Doesn't matter what primer I put it on, it doesn't matter what primer I put it on, how I put it on. It's just one of those foundations that, bestie, she just ain't gonna work. She's just not gonna work for me. It looks shitty. Okay, so for two cream bronzers, we have the Catrice Melted Sun and the Physician Formula right here. I have to say both are absolutely beautiful. I really found myself drawn to both. Surprisingly enough, when it comes to Physician Formula, some of their products work really well for me and some of them don't. But when it comes to their bronzers work really well for me. So for me, this little bronzing milk powder, this little bronzer boost this little sun boost bronzing cream definitely would be a repurchase. Just like this Catrice one, I didn't have high hopes when I first tried this one. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know, I'm gonna like it, because like it's not really meant for. I wasn't really sure I was going to like it, because when I first used it, it was a little bit too intense, and it's because I went in too intensely with it. But I also did it on a face where I did it, I also did it on a face of no foundation, so I think it looked a lot deeper than what it was meant to be. But then I started to retry it again, just on like my normal everyday foundation, and it actually turned out really nice. You have to go in kind of light-handed, but the way that it just like blends and melts, it's a really pretty bronzer. And for some reason, it's not going to work on this. It's not the bronzer's fault, it's the foundation. It's the foundation. For me, I would definitely repurchase both of these bronzers, because they really do just like melt in the skin. They're really easy to work with, and not to mention they're really affordable. So they're pretty affordable for what they are. So I would definitely repurchase both of those bronzers. Now when it comes to blush, we only have one cream blush that I tried, and it's gonna be from Nude by Nature. This is gonna be a serum blush. I actually really enjoyed this particular serum blush. This actually goes on quite nicely. So it's so weird, because I think the serum blush is really beautiful. It goes on very wet, but it then tends to dry down to a really beautiful shade. This worked really beautifully, right? And it helped to make the skin look a little bit better than what it normally does. Sorry, I realize I'm not looking, you guys. I've been staring at the mirror. I'm so sorry. But this just does a really good job at melting into the skin and just giving you that soft, subtle glow with just a hint of color. It's really easy to build up. It's like I said, it's weird that it goes on kind of like wet feeling, but then when it dries down, it's actually really pretty. And I found myself really kind of gravitated to this particular blush. So for me, I would actually repurchase this. And then it makes me go, okay, maybe Nude by Nature's isn't the worst, but I'd have to try more products on the brand. Just the foundation, it's not gonna be one of them. So for concealer, we have two concealers. We have the Essence and the Maybelline Lifter. Now I have to say, when I first tried the Maybelline Lifter, I was like, okay, am I gonna like this? But I actually really liked this concealer and how kind of like full coverage it is. It's a really beautiful concealer, so I would definitely find myself kind of repurchasing this. But the one that kind of stole the show that really surprised me is actually from Essence. It's this Silky Blur concealer right here. I really found myself drawn to this particular concealer. It's so lightweight. It's so lightweight. It's full coverage for what it is, and it doesn't settle into any fine lines or creases that I may have on the skin, and I really do appreciate that about this. And like I said, I'm kind of shocked to say that, because when it comes to Essence, I tend to not like their complexion products, but this, it's actually really good, so I would actually repurchase this. Set the eyes, we're gonna go into the Hard Candy Blur Unlock Setting Powder. Now this is a pink setting powder. Honestly, I've been using this every single day. Ever since I got this, I have been using this every single day. It's actually really beautiful. It goes on very light, very diffuse. It gives you a really soft, blurred focus effect. It's very beautiful under the eyes. I have been using this powder since I got it. There's something about it that's really pretty. So I'm like, okay, Hard Candy, you guys can make some good products and you guys can make some bad products, but I guess that's like how it is for every brand. But I really found myself really liking this like blur powder. I really found myself liking this pink powder right here from Hard Candy, just because it's very soft, it's very diffuse, doesn't settle into any fine lines, and I really like how just it softly mattifies the under eye while also brightening at the same time. It's really beautiful. So this is a definite repurchase from me. Now, when it comes to setting powder, this is a trash. This is a trash, but I'm gonna have to use it today, and it's the Hard Candy Chill Wonder Sheer Envy Loose Setting Powder. This sucks. I hate saying it, but it does. It just looks horrible on the skin, and I've tried this on quite a few products since getting it. And no matter what I do, I just can't get this to work. It's supposed to be like it feels like cooling on the skin. I don't know if I necessarily feel cooling, but all I know is that whenever I try this, and I've tried this on some of my Ride or Die foundations, I just find that it tends to lift the foundation. And it just, I don't know, it does nothing to contain the oil. It's just not a good setting powder. So for me, when the time comes, I will absolutely be trashing this setting powder because I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan, and I really wanted to like it because I do love a good drugstore makeup routine, and for some reason this just wouldn't work for me. I tried, Besties, but for me, this is a trash. However, I would repurchase this ColourPop Boss Babe brow gel. It's a really nice brow gel. It's a really nice brow gel. It doesn't go on super hard, so it doesn't make your brows feel like flaky, like crusty or anything like that, which I really do like. So for me, I would definitely repurchase this for sure. Now, when it comes to powder bronzer, I only tried one powder bronzer, and that's from NYX. This is the Buttermelt bronzer. Y'all, this bronzer, oh my God, it's stunning. Now, I did not know that when I was purchasing this, that I was buying one that had a little bit of like radiance to it. I didn't know they even made those. So that was my bad on my end for not really paying attention that there's going to be a little bit of like radiance to it, a little bit of a glow to it. But I will say, surprisingly, this is really beautiful. It really just goes on and just melts onto the skin, which I really do love. It's very soft, very effortless. I've used this quite a few times now with my own everyday makeup routine, especially when I'm going to work, and I just love the soft, subtle glow that it gives the face. It's very light, almost diffuse-like, and I think it's just really pretty. So for me, I would absolutely be repurchasing the Buttermelt line for sure. I probably look for more like mattifying blush versus like a glowy blush, but surprisingly, it works. Somehow it works. Maybe it kind of brings everything together, which I am surprised about, because it does bring everything together, which I think I do like. I do. When it comes to blush, I tried two different blushes. We tried the NYX Buttermelt Blush and the Catrice Soft Glam Baked Blush. Honestly, the Buttermelt Blush from Maybelline, the Buttermelt Blush from NYX, very beautiful. It's very, very high in pigment though. I did not realize how pigmented this blush was. So you have to go on really, really like light-handed, because I'm just like, oh my gosh, like look at that. That pigment is intense, right? Y'all didn't tell me how pigmented these were when I bought them, okay? I just need you guys to be with me and holding my hand when I go to buy stuff. Let me know. Yes, no, maybe. We're just going to do a shopping trip together at some point, because y'all are the expert at this stuff more than I am, and I really can use my besties' opinions on things. So anyway, I will say this is a really pretty blush. It just, my only gripe with it is that it's just so pigmented. No matter how light I go in with it, it's just a really, really heavy pigment. It does blend out very softly though. So I do appreciate that it does diffuse itself out after blending it. It does leave a little bit of like it does leave a little tiny glow to the skin, but it's really beautiful, and I would definitely find myself repurchasing this again. Just like I would honestly repurchase the Catrice Soft Glow Baked Blush. This is a really big blush. This is like a highlighter and blush in one, and it's really pretty. It's really pretty. So I love that it gives me just a soft glow, especially like during the summer when I do want to have somewhat of like a glowy base so I don't look too dry. I like having this on because it does help to soften the face. Give me just a soft little glow to the skin, kind of like a lit from within, and I do really appreciate that. And again, it's one of those blushes that's really easy to diffuse, and I really do like that about this. So for me, definitely purchase. Then we have a setting spray. We have the Hard Candy Glow Unlock Setting Spray. This illuminates skin for up to 16 hours. Surprisingly enough, I don't hate this. I would not repurchase this, but I wouldn't trash it. It does a good job at helping to bring life back to the skin, adding that glow back to the skin and that radiance, which I do appreciate, but it does zero for the oil. But this is perfect for the days, like I said, that I want to do like a no makeup look. This is perfect for that. So I would not trash it, but I would not repurchase it. For the under eyes, I'm just going to go into the shade right here called Haze, just to softly put that underneath my under eyes. For mascara, I did try two different mascaras. I tried the Essence Lash Princess and the Maybelline Full Body Lash Sensational. I would definitely repurchase the Maybelline Full Body Lash Sensational, but I would trash this. I don't know. For me, I know a lot of people rave about that line. I just don't really find myself like falling in love with the way that everybody else did. Like I think like it works, yes, but it's not this most wowing product that people made it seem like that's like, oh, this holy grail. I find that Maybelline and L'Oreal, their mascaras at least work better for me than the Essence one does. And I used to really love the Essence. Oh my God, what was it? It was a blue one, Call Me Crazy Volume Mascara. Now that from Essence is a definite repurchase. I just ran out of mine because mine started to go really bad and started to smell like fish. I knew it was time for it to go. But I'm going to go in with the Essence one first. So I can add that waterproof mascara. And then I'm going to mix it with the Maybelline Full Body Mascara. I just went with purple eyeliner. And now I'm just going to take this shade right here called Comet. And we're going to use this to go along our brow bone. Very softly. I'm just going to put this right here. I'm going to take the shade right here called Stars right here, and we're going to put that in the inner corner. All right, then for highlight, we're going to go into the NYX Buttermelt highlight right here. I have to say, this is beautiful. This is a definite repurchase from me. These Buttermelts are so gorgeous. They give you such a beautiful, high defining shine, but also making it look like you're glowing from within. Like just, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I will absolutely be repurchasing this for sure because it's such a stunning highlight. Okay, then for lips, I tried 3 different lip liners this past month. I tried the Pout Liner from Revolution. This just goes on like a plumping lip liner. The longevity on this is not that long. I noticed that it transfers and like goes right down here. It definitely doesn't stick to lips. So for me, this is a trash. Sadly, I really wanted to love this one because I saw that Shelby Ann loved this one so much, and I thought this pencil liner from LA Colors or LA Girl would be fantastic. But again, this has 0 longevity. Now, I tried it with other products, and it's not the best. It's not the worst. But again, it's just one of those lip liners that doesn't want to last. So for me, this is a trash. But one that really took me by surprise is actually from Kaleidos. These lip liners right here are very long lasting. I had the shade 04 Sauce. I really found myself enjoying this. This lasts me all day. I was able to have anything. I was able to have a gloss on top of it, a lipstick on top of it, and it stayed. It stayed. It didn't budge. Biggest thing is it didn't transfer down here. Full coverage. And very easy to work with. Now, the one that I had really a lot of high hope for is the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Lip Gloss. This is in the shade called Summer Punch. Shelby Ann sold me on this. She made it seem like it's absolutely fantastic. Her bottle was so low. But the reason I don't like this is that this shifts. This will start to make this shift. It breaks up my lip liner. I don't know what it does. It like breaks it up. It's just not a good lip gloss. I really want to love it. Hers look absolutely beautiful. And you can tell that she really got a good use out of it. I think it's great by itself. But don't expect longevity. Mine came off within like 30 minutes. So for me, sadly, this is trash. We do have the MCO Flawless Filter. This is supposed to be like a Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder right here, like a dupe to it. It does do a really good job at helping to soften the pores, which I do appreciate. It does brighten the skin just a little bit. I do think it's a pretty decent product for what it is. I would not trash it, but I definitely would not repurchase it either because it's not my personal favorite. But for what it is, it truly isn't bad for the price point. So not a trash, but not a repurchase either. And finally, we did the Hard Candy Matte Lock On Setting Spray. This is absolutely zero to mattify the face and to lock in that oil. This, sadly, is also a trash. Okay, guys, so this is going to be the final makeup look. Before I zoom you guys out, let me just quickly show you guys what this eye look looks like. This, to me, it's beautiful. I feel like you can definitely see the Aurora Borealis shift on the eyes. It's stunning. The mattes performed very beautifully. There was barely any fallout to the face, and those shimmers just glided on like a dream. Very pretty palette. You can definitely see that blue, purple, green shift. I think it's really gorgeous. It lays down really nicely. You didn't need any sort of glitter glue. So I think this is a really pretty palette. I think What's Up Beauty really did something with this because I'm loving it. But with that said, let me go ahead and zoom you guys out and we'll wrap up this video. Hey besties, so that is a full face of all the products I would repurchase or trash. I have been testing these products out since March, and I'm happy to say I've definitely made some final decisions when it comes to them. We have quite a few on the trash side compared to previous months, but at the end of the day, that is my job. I'm here to test out new makeup for you guys all the time, really give it thorough testing to see whether or not it would actually work. Now, I do have to preface this and say that I have very oily skin. I am 36 years old, so there might be a reason why some of these products work for me or don't. but I'm gonna let that be your discretion whether or not you guys want to try these yourself, or they may work for you or they may not, and that's completely okay. But I definitely love doing this series, so stay tuned to the end. So stay tuned to May, where you guys will see all the products I've recently been testing in that video. But yeah, we definitely had some amazing hits this month, but we definitely had some trashes this month. Now, if you guys do want to check out the What's Up Beauty palette, I will have it listed down below. Thank you guys so much again for sending this my way. I know it's kind of weird to throw this in here, but I just really wanted to play this palette because it's beautiful. So with that said, besties, that is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over my other channel. It's R for the Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful page numbers you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, besties, I love you, and I'll see you guys in the very next video.